The Imperfectionists, 2010. The debut novel by Canadian author Tom Rachman explores the lives of the journalists, editors, and publishers working at an English-language international newspaper based in Rome. Drawing inspiration from Rachman's own experiences as an AP correspondent in Rome and an editor at the International Herald Tribune in Paris, the novel delves into the monotonous routine of office work, the eccentricities of the newspaper industry, and the diverse ways individuals navigate or resist its constraints. Though the book is presented as a continuous narrative, it is actually a collection of interconnected stories about each employee, focusing on their personal and professional struggles, achievements, and the occasional disruptive events that alter their lives. Each chapter concludes with a fragment from the newspaper's 50-year history. Once a prestigious institution, the paper is now teetering on the brink of bankruptcy, suffering from declining circulation and a lack of a web presence, which prevents it from attracting new readers. Lloyd Burko, a journalist in his 70s, serves as the paper's Paris correspondent. His once sharp writing has waned, and his pieces are no longer regularly published. Seeking to regain relevance, Lloyd turns to his son Jerome, who works in the French Foreign Ministry, for insight into French involvement in the Gaza situation. Jerome shares sensitive government secrets with his father, requesting that he not publish them. Despite this, Lloyd goes ahead with the story, only to discover that Jerome has fabricated the entire account and hasn't been employed by the Foreign Ministry for some time. In the aftermath, Lloyd moves in with Jerome, as he can no longer afford his own place. Arthur Gopal, the paper's obituaries editor, is the son of a famous writer but leads a life of mediocrity, content with doing the bare minimum. The tragic death of his daughter shakes him to the core, reigniting his passion for writing and pushing him into a cutthroat campaign to climb the newspaper's ranks. His ruthless ambition ultimately earns him a promotion to culture editor. Hardy Benjamin, a sharp young business journalist, has excelled in her career, particularly with her in-depth articles on corporate finance. However, her personal life is in turmoil as she desperately seeks a romantic partner. When she meets an Irish man who shows mild interest, she clings to the relationship despite numerous warning signs. Even after he and his friends rob her apartment, Hardy refuses to face the truth, remaining blinded by her delusions. Herman Cohen, the newspaper's corrections editor, is an obsessive stickler for grammar, much to the annoyance of the reporters. He has developed an extensive style guide filled with words to avoid. Throughout his life, Herman has been friends with a once promising writer, whose potential for greatness seemed limitless. By this point, it becomes clear that only Herman still believes his friend is anything exceptional. When the friend visits Rome, Herman is forced to confront the truth. The man will never live up to the award-winning author he had imagined in his mind. Devastated by the realization, Herman ends their lifelong friendship. Kathleen Solson, the paper's tough truth-seeking editor, is grappling with her husband's recent admission of an affair. In an attempt to get revenge, she considers having an affair of her own. However, when she meets her former boyfriend, whom she envisioned as her affair partner, she realizes she no longer finds him attractive. Despite his flaws, her husband is the better partner, and she ultimately forgives him. Abby Pinola, the paper's chief financial officer, is so overlooked in the office that she's been given the nickname Accounts Payable. Her role during the paper's decline is to fire employees. During a trip to Atlanta, she runs into a copy editor she had previously fired. They share a flirtation on the plane and have a brief affair afterward. But when the man confronts her, demanding to know why he was fired, Abby is left feeling humiliated. Winston Chung, the new Cairo stringer, quickly realizes that he lacks the courage and resilience for the kind of reporting his role demands. He is soon outclassed by Snyder, a competitor who knows how to navigate the field. Ruby Zaga, the paranoid and bitter copy editor, lives in constant fear of being fired. While she dreams of the freedom that would come with losing her job, the reality is that she needs it too much to quit. In her loneliness, she seeks human connection by rubbing against strangers in public and obsessively stalking a man who had kissed her during a disastrous first date months earlier. Craig Menzies, the second in command at the paper, does most of the heavy lifting to keep the operation running. He is in a happy relationship with Annika, a much younger woman, but when she has an affair and confesses it to him, he reacts angrily. Annika explains that her infidelity was a response to her failed attempt to secure a patent in his name for an invention he was proud of. When Craig later tries to apologize, Annika is already in a new relationship. Oliver Ott, the paper's publisher, reluctantly oversees the family-run enterprise, having inherited the position by default after his grandfather and father's leadership. He is largely indifferent to the workings of the paper, preferring to lavish his attention on his dog. When he is finally forced to announce the paper's closure due to financial issues, someone from the staff responds by viciously murdering his dog in retaliation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.